I can no longer eat ice cream, but I can show you how to make this Neopolitan ice cream hat. Welcome to Yarn Checker. I'm Sophronia. Make sure to subscribe for lots of upcoming knitting machine tutorials. After reminiscing about the deliciousness that is ice cream, I went to my yarn stash and I picked out 3 colors that make me think about Neapolitan ice cream. I began with white, but use whichever color you want. The slip knot is optional. The main point is just to make sure that you secure your yarn underneath the first knitting needle. And then you're going to cast on by weaving your yarn behind the next needle, in front of the next, behind, in front, behind. And you're going to continue this pattern until you're all the way back to the very last stitch. Once you arrive at the 48th needle, go ahead and feed your yarn through the yarn feeder, and then also I use the middle tensioner. We're doing 22 rows of white. Unlike me, go to the last needle, which on mine is the white one. Go to the last needle before you remove the yarn and make sure to secure the white yarn under the last needle, and then take your brown yarn and secure that underneath the first needle. Feed your yarn through the feeder and the tensioner, and then carry on with your cranking. It's time for the last color, which is pink, or for this project, I guess you could say strawberry ice cream color. And you are going to row for 86 rows. I'm just holding the yarn ends until each of them is caught by their respective needle. See how as we continue working, the yarn gets very close. The project is close to the table. I roll my project up so that it doesn't drag the table. We've arrived at the last stitch. I'm not consistent with this, but leave about 1 foot to 1.5 foot long inch tail, and then go ahead and cut your yarn. Remove it from the feeder, and then make sure to secure that last stitch in the needle. Thread your yarn through a tapestry needle. I like to use the ones with the bent ends because it just makes it easier to pick up the yarn off of the machine. Turn your machine a few stitches and then start picking those stitches up onto the yarn needle. You can crank a lot, but I just crank a little bit at a time and just expose a few stitches at a time. And continue on until you've removed all of the stitches. Turn your hat right side out. Pick an end, it doesn't matter which one, and use the yarn tail as a drawstring and begin drawing closed the hole. Now you're going to have to fiddle with it a bit. That's part of it, but yeah, just keep pulling and adjusting it until you get it closed as much as you can. Then sew the hole closed the rest of the way, and repeat that for the other end of the hat. Then take the pink end and tuck it into the white end. At the top center of the hat, sew through both layers, like so. Then cut your yarn and hide your tail in between the layers of the hat.